Give me 1 second. Having technical difficulties on one of these live streams that we're trying to get on. Looking like that's not going to work. Well, for those of you who wanted to watch on Twitch, excuse me, doesn't look like that will be the case. Temporary issue occurred. Oh, well, anyways. Give me 1 second. Let's see if this works. Luckily, I normally kind of give a couple minutes just to let people hop in to the live stream and stuff. So all I'm doing now is just signing up or logging in, I should say, to all of the sports books. So yeah, just logging in now. I can share my screen, but that's not fun for anyone. All right, let's see. Make sure this is working elsewhere, of course. Give me 1 second. Also, my throat's a little dry. Whoops. Didn't realize my mic was muted. All I was saying was that poor people aren't going to be able to watch JediModi on Twitch. Lock in some positive expected value bets. So for those of you who are just now tuning in, all I'm doing is just logging into all of my sports books. So that way, when a bet pops up, I'm already logged in. So I'm just sharing my screen, logging in everywhere. I only have about 10 minutes until I have a call. So I figured I would save time by logging in while I'm waiting everybody to kind of filter in, just logging into all my sports books. But what I'm doing, basically, as you guys are probably aware, just locking in some positive expected value bets. I went live yesterday. I locked in 3. One of them was a baseball one that hit. So hopefully people were able to tail those. Hopefully people were able, well, I guess, tail that one because that hit. It was the first half over or something, but the bet was found on OddsJam, found positive EV betting. So, all right, we are logged in. We have a couple people in the chat. So a couple people viewing, I should say. So let's chat about it. Positive EV betting with OddsJam, betting opportunities, which you're getting an edge over the sportsbook when you are placing these bets. So I have the recommended filters on. I'm going to look for bets specifically today, just so we can see if we can all sweat out a baseball bet together. We got one yesterday that was able to hit, which was very nice. We'll see if we can get one today. Looks like there are a couple here. There are 4 total. So let's find the best value on this one. As my dogs bark and want to say hi. But if there's anything that you want me to look into, let me know in the chat. I appreciated a lot of people in the chats yesterday asking about, like, I ended up locking in a Joe Burrow bet because someone in the chat mentioned it, which was cool. So going to look at NFL and college after this. But first, let's look for a bet to lock in for tonight specifically. So let's look at this one. Plus 155, Mariners minus 1.5. That's not horrible. Looks like it's pretty much plus 140, plus 145 across the board. Getting this at plus 155 on Bet Rivers isn't horrible. Telling me to put about 0.75% of my bankroll on this one. 40% win percentage, but that doesn't really bother me as much. Another one, backing the Nats money line. This one I don't like as much because if you just look at the gap between these two, like average odds, plus 155 to plus 141 to plus 160 to plus 149. I would imagine that's something with your state. I can't use underdog in my location. I'm in Colorado, so I don't have a ton of knowledge about it, but I do know that on Prize Picks, like I can only bet on 4-leg, or I'm not, Prize Picks isn't a bet. I can only select an entry that is 4 legs and can like only 4 legs and has to be fantasy points. So it's probably something with your state. Unfortunately, there isn't anything that we can do about that, nor would I be able to give you that much information because I can't use underdog at all. I can only use like the actual fantasy part of it, like drafts and stuff like that. But looking at these 2 plays, this Nats one isn't as good value. Isn't as good value. You can see the difference, plus 155 to plus 141, plus 160 to plus 149. So you see the difference in value there. So this is an option, this Mariners minus 1.5. Next one is the Brewers plus 1 or minus 1 plus 105 on Caesars. Looks like Pinnacle has that at -108, favoring that. Fox Bet -105, Bet Rivers +104, but both of those are favoring the Cardinals side of it. And this last one, honestly, this one, it's the worst odds at -129, but it has the best value. Like the average odds difference, and look at all these other books are like 17-cent difference. This one is only like a 10-cent difference between all the sharp books. So I'm actually going to, even though this one has the worst odds, this is the one that I will be selecting. The Chicago White Sox first half run line +0.5. Basically, can't be losing by a run at the end of the fifth inning. So this one's telling me to put something. I'll get to your question. I'll get to your question in 1 second. So let me lock in this one: Chicago White Sox +0.5 -129. Telling me to put about $80 on it. I'll just round this one up to a unit. I like to. I mean, this is just my personal preference. I generally round things down to half or up to a full unit. In this case, I'll take a full one. We're looking at the White Sox, and we're looking at should be innings, first 5 innings +0.5. Here we go, right here, +0.5. No, not parlaying that. So this is just going to be a 1 unit bet. I'm going to put 100 on this one. So yeah, for those of you who are tuning in, watching this, ride with me. Chicago White Sox first half +0.5. I'm going to add this one to my bet tracker. That will be my MLB play for today. Now, to get to some questions, I probably won't be able to lock in any NFL ones because I have a meeting in like 5 minutes. But to answer this question, kind of confused by market width being smaller is more ideal. Basically, the logic behind that is market width is really just a way to measure like juice in the market, and the lower the market width, the less juice a sportsbook is pricing odds at. So and juice by I mean like a VIG. So if you go to VIG calculator, type in like -110 each way, the VIG percentage of like just under 5% and has 20 cents in market width, like 10 + 10 = 20, 4.75% of juice in the market. The smaller the market width, the lower the hold sportsbooks have on the market. And that also means that they are more confident in what their lines are being priced at. If a sportsbook is not confident in what they're pricing the lines at, they're going to charge more of a juice to it, basically saying like, we don't want to get taken advantage of in a market that we are not super confident on. So we're going to charge a higher VIG. We're going to make more money off of the people placing this bet. The lower the ones, like you'll see some ones like -107, -105 on Pinnacle, which is just insane. Like only 3% VIG, which is really low. So that's the difference. Low market width equals low VIG percentage equals higher confidence is really what that comes down to. And then, so next question, that okay to ask, no issues asking this question. There are like 4 main ones that are good. Like bet. So it's Bet Online, it's Bovada, it's MyBookie, and it's Bet US, I think is the 4th one. I don't use the offshore ones because I'm in Colorado. I can just use a ton. But I actually have this. Let me see. So, okay, it's Bet US, Bet Online, MyBookie, and Bovada. Those are the 4 that we recommend. I have that message saved because, like I said, I don't know those a ton. But yeah, those are the 4, I think. And then exactly, that's literally it. That's exactly it. It's basically like they're charging higher tax on stuff they're not as confident in. All right, so I have 2 minutes. Let's see if we can lock in an NFL bet. Well, actually, I can talk about one that I already locked in, and we can just have that be that. That one went away. I did lock in the Cowboys run line, or not run line, the Cowboys team total under 22.5. I guess that one went away, but I'll keep the recommended filters on. Here's another bet that I actually locked in. And then I will hop in exactly 1 minute. So not this exact total, but I did lock in the under in this Purdue versus Minnesota game. I think I got under, if you want to go to my bet tracker, a lot of red. Need to look at those. So I locked in under 54.5 on Fox Bet, but Big Ten, generally just sticking with lower scoring Big Ten games. So if you want to hop on, ride this under with me, you can get it at +105 on Fox Bet under 51. But yeah, unfortunately, I got to hop to my next meeting. So we got in one bet. We got in the Chicago White Sox plus a half. If you guys want to ride with me on the under in the Purdue versus Minnesota, you can. But that is going to be it. Regardless, appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure to check out OddsJam. You can sign up for a free trial. You can ask a bunch of questions to me, to Randall, to Alex, who we all do these live streams. Hopefully we can make it profitable for you, but I got to bounce. So thanks for you guys for tuning in. I will do this again. So any questions I didn't get to, just ask it again. I'll definitely answer them, and I got to hop. So thanks guys.